Happy New Year, everybody. This is Steve in Corvallis. It is New Year's Eve, and we're getting set to break down week one of the Pac-12 college basketball season of 2014. Um, I don't have a lot of bowl plays for New Year's Day tomorrow. I know that's what a lot of folks are focused on, yet really where my personal meal ticket is Pac-12 basketball, among other things. But so we're going to get into some of those plays. We're also going to have our co-host in here, my favorite handicapper, my wife Misty, is going to come in just a second. But first, we're going to get to a couple of games in the Pac-12 basketball conference. And it kicks off Thursday, January 2nd, 2014. 5 games on the card here. There's 2 games that I'm particularly strong with, and of course we don't have point spreads yet, but you know we can tell from a lot of indicators where these lines are going to come out. Two games of the 5 that I really sort of have a strong lean towards. First one is Utah and Oregon, and that is in Salt Lake City. The Ducks come in. And they've absolutely lit up the Pac-12 conference this year. They're still unbeaten, of course, and they are deep and loaded. And they have come in. Oregon and Utah are the 2 teams that are the most improved from November 10th to January 1, as far as our RPI and power rankings go. Oregon has improved 35 spots in the RPI. They're 10th in the country in the AP, and they're undefeated. And they've actually been tested a few times. Now, Utah, on the other hand, has jumped 81 spots in the RPI. And so they come in as the most improved team in the Pac-12 conference as far as just this season goes. And I think the reason for that is that Jordan Loveridge now has really flourished in Larry Krystkowiak's system, due to the fact that he has the junior college transfer with him. And I don't know why his name keeps escaping me here, but the junior college transfer that they have, of course, is DeLon Wright, and he is their number 1 scorer, other than Loveridge, averaging 16 points a game. He's nearly averaging a double-double. So those 2 players now, Loveridge and Wright, have really played off of each other. They don't allow teams to hedge against Wright. And Utah has really surged as far as their proficiencies go. Wright is number 5 in the country as far as OTR goes, and that means he's the most efficient offensive player, the 5th most efficient offensive player. His field goal percentage is 70.3%, and he's really allowed Jordan Loveridge to really flourish. His game has really taken off. So, but Utah's really not been tested yet. They've had 1 game away from Salt Lake, and that was at Boise, and that was against an NCAA team from last year. But Utah did lose that game. They covered, but they lost 69-67. So I think that Utah is a bit overvalued here. If Oregon comes in as just 1 possession or less favored, then Vegas is essentially telling us that these 2 teams are even. They're truly not. I think Oregon, with a 10 deep roster, the second best scoring team in Division I, it is just very strong. They have 5 players averaging in double figures, and they are now 3-dimensional in so many ways. With Mike Mosier coming in for his only senior season from UNLV. He was projected as a sophomore at UNLV coming out. He almost came out, and he was projected to be a first-round NBA player. He's a triple threat guy, along with Young, the transfer from Houston, with all those other pieces that Oregon had. The Dana Altman has put together a real bombshell of a team, and I think they are a legitimate dark horse to win the Pac-12 regular season title, and they could get to an Elite Eight or a Final Four. They are that good and that deep, and they are that proficient. A lot of teams look at their drop back in defense. I think it's simply because they've scored 100 points 4 times, and they put up so many points that they've ran away from teams, and their defensive numbers have dropped a bit. So I like Oregon there if they're -3 or better. I also like Washington State in Tucson. If that game is as high as I think that spread is going to be, 16 or 17, I'm going to go ahead and take the Cougars with a 2-unit play there. Lacey and Woolridge there are a guard-heavy team that could give Arizona some trouble. All of the great things Arizona does, they're number one in the country. Nowhere to go but down, really. They've started the last 2 Pac-12 seasons very, very slowly after such a tough strength of schedule. We could get into all kinds of things with Arizona about how proficient they are, yet I think that it's really about a motivational level here, and Washington State is really going to be overlooked, I believe. So I like the Cougars in that spot. So those are our 2 plays. Now, I'm going to go ahead now and bring in our co-host here, my favorite handicapper, my wife Misty, who is going to come in with a couple picks. I think she has a football pick too.
I do. Hi.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody. So I got 2 picks for you today. My first and biggest, and probably pretty predictable, is Florida State in the BCS national title game. I love Auburn's story, just like everybody else. Phenomenal wins that they were able to pull off, but they're not going to be able to do that against Florida State this time. Florida State has won every game by 2 touchdowns, at least. With 50 days to prepare for this game, they're just going to be able to clobber Auburn. By the 9-point, far more than 9 points spread. Second is my basketball pick. We're going to give that a try. The Beavers Pac-10 basketball opener against Colorado. If Colorado is favored by 12 points or less, I think that's
how
what
it
I
works.
read. Yeah, 12 points or less, they're going to definitely crush the Beavers. The Beavers are just too mismatched. Their defense can't really compete with Colorado's. They got the guards Dinwiddie and Booker. I just wanted to say Dinwiddie. So they're just CU's going to walk away with this.
He's really
one.
good though.
Yeah. So that's all I got. Hopefully. Secretly, maybe Auburn can pull off another spectacular win just for entertainment's sake. But other than that, everybody have a good New Year. Good luck next year. Big wins. We'll see how it goes.
So that's going to do it, you guys. Everybody have a successful and safe New Year. Enjoy all the bowl games tomorrow. New Year's Day couldn't be much better. I got a small little lean with Michigan State. I just think that they're a little undervalued there. I love the Stanford. I'd like to see the Pac-12 do well. But so that's going to do it for us, and we will talk to you all real soon. Have a safe and prosperous New Year, and we'll talk to you all real soon. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Happy New Year.